Hi guys, how you doing? It's your girl Lady Gift. I'm back with another video. So today I wanted us to talk about how purposeful parenting can help you, and I don't want to kushindilia sana hapo kwa parenting, but actually kenye nataka kuaddress ni kwa vile if you are not able to give direction to your children, the lack of direction and lack of purpose, it can really mess up children, especially if you have, in fact, all ages, hata mtoto mdogo, even small kids, even big adults. If you do not help your children to learn the journey of purpose in life, just to motivate them, show them purpose, help them navigate around getting careers, help them navigate around relationships, and just help them navigate around becoming sober individuals, then you will destroy the lives of those children. Not necessarily you, because you might be unable to do it because of the factors that you're living in, but it really leads to a lot of dreams never having been achieved, and actually purpose never having been met. So just look at the way we live in our economic situation as a country, as Kenya. The economic situation is so bad. So you find that parents and guardians, teachers, everyone is not able to relate a lot with teaching our children the way that they should come up with. But remember, the Bible says that teach your child the way that they should go in. And when they are big, they will never move away from that path. So I think the responsibility is there. We've been endowed that responsibility, that if you're the one who brings a child in this earth, or the child find itself or himself or herself in your hands, you have the responsibility to train them up in the way that they should go. Though we are not able to do that, actually 90% of parents have not been able to guide their children. That's why we find that we have 90% of society who are confused and who end up never achieving their purpose. Purpose is very important. And when you have a child in your hands, guide and train that child according to the way that they should go. Always try to tell them, fanya hivi, usifanya ile. Try also, if you are able, cane that child, because the Bible says that never put the caning stick down, because the child that does not follow the precepts of discipline, they become a shame to the mother. But the child who follows discipline, they become a blessing to the father. What does that mean? Women, we are always blamed when things go wrong. So it means if you do not want to have that blame as a woman, please try to escape that blame by trying to encourage. Especially teenagers are so much misunderstood, which should not be happening. The problem comes in that parents have tempers and children are also going through their issues. So it becomes hard to actually guide someone when you are already angry, you're bitter, you're still dealing with the relationship you have with maybe the father of the child or the husband that you have. So you're really like unaachilia tu ya mtoto. But there are some few things that can help. Number one, motivate that child. Tell them that they are able, they can do it. Life is not easy. You may not be having everything you need, but with the little that you have, you can still work out and become something. Number two, if that child has special needs, do not assume that that person is lazy or they are worthless, they don't know how to talk, they don't know how to walk. And we even had situations of children being chained in a chair somewhere and being hid under a tree. Is not good. Try to really expose that child who is not also able, who is able differently, because they can also come up with something, however small, but they do have also their portion to they have their part to do in the larger society. So let them do the part that they have to fulfill in the society. Number three, also take care. take care of your children as if you're doing a responsibility that you have been given by God. This means that even yourself, be mean on the things that the world is doing, so that you can be selfish with yourself. Be selfish with the things you do in your house. You cannot tell me that you have a house with children, but you're bringing wild parties in your house. You want to have wild friends. You're going for all the evil things. You're having orgies in your house, and you have children in that house, or even teenagers. That is outright wrong. So be selfish with the things that you do. Then teach your children in the ways of positive living. Let them understand that you have to work in order to earn a living. Teach your children against drug and substance abuse. Let them understand that drugs and substance abuse are only there to finish them up. They are not there to like make them feel good, and that you'll only feel good for a short time. And when the feel good high is over, you start now dealing with the consequences. Let them understand that every action has a reaction, and by saying that it has a reaction means every action, it has a consequence. Let them understand. Help them in choosing a life path, a career path. If, for example, that child failed in class 8 or form 4, don't hate that child. Find out, yes, my child didn't get anything in class 8. What do you want? Can you maybe do a course? Or will you want to repeat that class 8? Or will you just go to a secondary school that's going to accept you with this performance? Even the children, when they are in high school, try and talk to them. Let them understand that life comes in different levels. There are people who are rich, others are middle class, others are low class income earners. Let the child understand that their future depends on what they are going to be doing in that school, and that if they waste their chance, they are likely to come back to their life of the cycle of poverty. If you never give your children that small attention that they need when they are young, if you just don't even encourage them, if you just don't even teach them on the way to go, then your children are likely to become not very useful as adults. They're likely to become failures. They are likely not to be able to come up with any income. And let's not be angry. Anger really has made families to break down, and anger has also made people to lose a lot of things. Anger can make you to lose your children. Do not be an angry parent that you are always bitter with your children. Sometimes I say that I become bitter with my child, like, hey, even it's so bad that I gave birth to you out of wedlock. I was told very many negative things. When I got pregnant out of wedlock, I was really insulted by so many people, because no one really expected me to ever get pregnant out of wedlock. And I also didn't think that I would be able to live up to the standards that people had kept in their minds for me. And so I did get pregnant out of wedlock. But now people, they now reacted with that action, because you had shown us that you are an upright person, and now you are pregnant out of wedlock. They really hated me. So at some point, I found out that all of this hatred and bitterness, I do project it to my child. So I'm like, I don't love you. I didn't want to get you. I don't know why I got pregnant out of wedlock. Everywhere, I've really paid the price of getting pregnant out of wedlock, getting a child out of wedlock. But I then later pinch myself back to reality, and not let that to be the whole experience that we are having with my child. So I sit myself down and I tell myself, calm down, stop being so bitter, move away with the rage, because the Bible expects you to guide this child in the way that he should go. And if you miss the milestones of guiding a child, you are going to pay that price, because I have seen people who have paid the price with not one, not two, not three, not four children. You can really pay the price if you do not bring up a child on the way that that child should go, because it's a responsibility that God has given you. And if you don't take up that responsibility seriously, you're gonna suffer, and the fruits are going to show. No matter how much you hide yourself, God will make sure amekuanika that haukufanya zile responsibilities zenye alikupea. Try to encourage your children. Have time for your children, even if you're making it financially. If you cannot be able to go through the assignment with your child, especially for the parents who are making it financially, because the more you are earning, the more the job demands of you, and the more you have a lot to do so that you can make money, which is a good thing. Employ someone to help you. Why don't you have a private tutor who will come and do the homework with the child? Why don't you make sure you enroll the child somewhere for some counseling sessions, just random counseling, to go through random counseling, to be guided on the ways of life. In counseling is divided into two. We have guidance and we have counseling. So when we talk about guidance, this is when you try to show someone in the way that they should go. You tell them life is usually like this, this is how you guide them on the things that they are expected to find in life. You can have someone come along and guide them. Always have time for these people, because you know what? The fruits of what you're doing with your child will show up sooner or later. Especially when a child hits 10 years and above, make sure you always talk to them. The word of a parent is very precious. God knows why he put those words there, because he knows the words of parents, they are very precious. So just tell them a precious word. Which course do you think that you feel in yourself you can do it effortlessly? Yeah, what are your interests? What are your abilities? Why do you think it's necessary for you to have a boyfriend at this age? uh, how do you think you can be able to handle the emotions that are going through you? How has the financial position of this family affected you? But do you know that any financial position that we are in as a family is not permanent? It can be changed. And do you know that by you working hard, you can be the first fruit of this family? You can be able to move this family from one position to the other. But now, if parents, your work is competing with your children, you are competing with other people in the villages and towns, you have so many battles to fight. Just know that you will not be able to do the work that God put in your hands to do. Okay? And just know that when you are unable to do the work that God put in your hands to do, God is going to expose you, because he expected you to do it. He had put that work, he had given you that responsibility to you, and he expected you to fulfill that responsibility. Let me tell you, if you fail to guide a child in the way that they should go correctly, with love, not with bitterness, anger and rage and discrimination and stigma, because I have seen them at work. If you don't raise your child in the way that they should, if you do not guide them and counsel them, you're going to cry. And you will cry tears, and it's God who will ensure that you cry those tears. So guys, I love you so much. Guide your children. Let them understand that in life, you need to have a purpose, you need to have a direction. Let them know that the distractions they are facing, they are not distractions that ziko hapo to last forever. No, they are temporary. And let them understand that they can be able to navigate through life. Bye guys, I love you so much. Meet you in the next one.